Hi, so recently I've heard a lot of authors talking about working together to make box sets, and especially what type of images you can use on Amazon to sell those box sets. A lot of the best-selling authors I know have said that when they tested a 3D box set where it's 3D as like a package will sell better than a flat image of like the three covers. So I want to see if there's an easy way for you to make 3D box sets online. And I found out there isn't, but I'm going to show you kind of a hack that I've been playing with that I think could work. So let me show you my screen. I'm also testing out the resolution. I have a huge screen, so I had to make the resolution bigger so that everything doesn't look tiny for you when you're looking at my screen. So let's see how it looks. I'm going to share my entire screen, which is bigger than it usually is right now. And let's get rid of this box and we'll go to, I was looking around for 3D cover makers, 3D box sets. There really isn't that much. I was looking for like a Photoshop action and I didn't find what I was looking for. I think you probably could find it. However, until I do, this is what I'm talking about, these 3D sets. In Photoshop, they're not that hard to make. I could make a 3D book like this with a transparent background and just stack them up. So they're not difficult if you're a designer or you have some Photoshop skills. But assuming you're not a designer and you don't have any Photoshop skills, I'm going to show you another way that sort of works. And so on my book cover site here, I have, under more cool stuff, I have a free 3D book generator. And I was playing with something in Photoshop to make something kind of quick and dirty. But I sort of gave up. Anyway, I'm just going to make something so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the way this tool works, and I'm not even using my own book covers. I'm going to use this one because it's kind of cool. Normally, you would have to have the spine and the book spine, or at least just the spine. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just using the front for all three. And it's just a cover that I like. It's not one that I designed. And so in this tool, you'll get something like this, which actually looks pretty good. It's not perfect because this side looks kind of old and dirty, but all in all, and it's also not very high res. But the nice thing about it is that you can change the perspective and kind of get what you want. So you'd have to think about kind of how your box set is going to stack up together. You'll probably want an angle kind of like this that shows the spine and a little bit of the front. And so I'm just going to save that as a PNG. And unfortunately, this program doesn't make transparent background PNGs. It also looks like there's a line through it. That's kind of weird. But I'm just going to save it to my computer right now, so it's there. And then I have another program on DIYbookcovers.com. I have this online book cover tool. And it also doesn't have, well, it kind of does have you can do transparency and some cool stuff. But I'll show you how you can use that cover I just made and make a box set. So in 3D Books, I just made this one, and I'm going to open it up. So it looks kind of like that. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that line. I'll test that out later and see why that showed up. Spine's not great because I just used the front cover, but if you had like the real spine, then it would look fine. And so the problem with this is if I had 3 of them, different books, they would look like that, and they wouldn't stack together well. And I could set with my layers, I do have some transparency options, so I could do something like that, but then the second cover comes in front of the front. So that's not going to work either. What I'm going to do, I'll set this back to normal. Okay, what I'm going to do is crop it right along this edge. And I might have to rotate it a little bit so it's straight up and down. And then we go to image crop. And I'm just going to try, I'm going to try to do it without getting any of that white. So right about there. and then I want to get the reflection, so I'll go down a ways. I'll crop it, and then I can save that as a PNG. I'll say front one. And then I'll just go back, and then I'll import that front one I just made. Front one. So now because I cut it right here, now I can stack them up like this. I'll have to make it a little bit bigger so that the perspective matches. Oops. And you're just lining those up so that they look like this line looks like it's even. That one too should be even. Oh, it's not very easy. It's pretty close. You could take your time and do it a little bit better. So I'd get something like that, and then I would just do the same thing. I only need to do it for this one front book. The other two books, it doesn't matter. Oh, actually, yeah, it's going to matter if you have more than two. So you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to crop it for each one of the books, except for the last book. And actually, for the middle book there, for this middle one, no, it's going to work. Anyway, so it's not a perfect fix. You could probably do better in Photoshop, but I just made that by myself in this program, and it didn't take very long. So then we could just crop this whole thing kind of like that, and then save it as a PNG. The problem is with my online tool, yeah, see the resolution of that one that I just made is actually really small because that's how small it is. And I could make it bigger if I selected all the layers, but if I make it bigger, then the quality is going to go down. Anyway, so it may not work for making a box set for Amazon, actually. You'd have to start with better 3D images, although you could get some 3D images made with Photoshop Actions or some other ones. I'll see if maybe I can fix this. So I'm still working on a tool like this. I would love to have this in higher resolution. So maybe I'll figure out how to make that happen so that you could use this tool. It's a pretty good tool where you can rotate it. It's just that it's not high enough resolution, but I'll check up. Anyway, so I don't have a perfect solution right now, but I kind of hacked together a way that you could make it even just for some like promotional things. If you have, oops, where'd it go? If you have something kind of like this, it looks pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this video here. I'm kind of rambling. Let me see if I can switch back out to the video so I can say goodbye. If I can find, there it is. You might notice I'm kind of new about making videos. There we go. Hi, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Talk to you later.